What's up, y'all? Hey, I got something to say. This thing about Congress and them deliberating on people to decide if stimulus checks should go through or if they shouldn't go through. My thing is that how you going to deliberate on millions of people's lives that have worked and paid into the system? You got essential employees that have still paid into the system, and you can't even agree on the fact of an infrastructure bill. Today, literally, a bridge that you walk across, I like to call them a crosswalk bridge or whatever you call them, that sits over Interstate 295 fell down today when the Republicans voted no on the infrastructure. You know what? When you do that and you think that something better is supposed to come out of it because of you thinking that, oh, well, I ain't got to vote nothing on it whatsoever. Let me put it this way to you. Ignorance does not solve the answer. Okay? Ignorance does not solve the answer. If you think ignorance solves the answer, buddy, you wrong. You are fully wrong. You need to go back and find out. With you trying to cut people from being able to vote and everything else and stuff, and then you going around trying to, you basically trying to resurface something that don't need nothing resurfaced. Now my thing is that people pay every day into the system, including me. I'm a taxpayer. I pay my taxes, dog, on it. But I'm going to tell you something. I don't like how the way y'all handling it. And I'm going to tell you how I see where this is going. If nothing comes to a conclusion, I don't care if the next bill is passed. Irregardless of the next bill being passed, all of Congress's checks are going to be on delay. That means that their check is going to be on delay as well as everybody else's check is going to be on delay. And I don't think they're going to like that too much. They sitting up there trying to deliberate based upon something that they know 9 times out of 10 people need. It's like holding a bone in someone's face and telling them, jump up, bite it, jump up, bite it. Man, go ahead, man. You got some damn nerve. Y'all got some nerve to do that to people. Then you wonder why. The only time you can remember us is when it comes time to voting. That's the only time you can remember us. That's the only time you remember us very well. Oh yeah, and by the way, Republicans, don't you remember President Lyndon B. Johnson? Don't you remember that bill that he signed back on August 5th, 1965? Right there where Joe Biden is sitting at right now. Yeah, well, August 5th, 1965, people of color could vote. You trying to overturn that? Because that's as far as you got to go back. I'm going to let you know. You don't even sound like to me these people that are elected don't even know their own history. Don't even know their own history. Yeah, though, how you going to run a country that you don't even remember your own history? Come on, man. Oh, don't make no damn sense. Then you wonder why people don't want you there. That's the exact reason why. If you think about it, that's the exact reason why people don't want you there. Because you serve for your own purpose. You sit up there, you contribute about making $200,000, then you try to raise it up on us to get us to pay more for you absolutely doing nothing. Then you wonder why we get tired of it. But I'll tell you one thing. I can tell you one thing what we can do. We can quit all these jobs and turn around and put your check in limbo till you get your mind together. Till you realize who's really in control. And after that point, that's when we can turn around and get what we need. If we got to go as far as that to get you to understand that, then We need some new leaders. We need some new leaders. Now, I commend Bernie Sanders for doing all that he can. Shout out to Bernie. I really do. I commend him for doing that. Because you know what? At least he out here trying to do something for the people. At least he can see that people on SSI, VAB, a regular Social Security, railroad retirement, and all of the benefits that is included through the Social Security Administration that they offer. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. Bernie Sanders knows what's going on. He's been trying to tell y'all for years that the corporate taxes need to be increased. Now, all the Republicans sitting up there saying, no, we don't want it. Well, we don't want it increased. We don't want it to be 15%. Well, if you really think about it, it's actually lower. It's just that it doesn't give companies and corporations and stuff a loophole to get out of it. Because you got a lot of corporations that really don't pay nothing. You really do. You have a lot. You have a lot of corporations that don't pay anything. I'll be right back, y'all. All right, folks, I'm back. So here's the thing. Bernie Sanders, he's been sitting there, trying to get people for a long time in the congressional meetings and then on the floor and all to get them to realize, look, this is nothing you can sit here and ignore about. You can't sit up here and say that you created jobs when in actuality they were the same jobs, you just want no fill-ins. And then when you get a certain amount of people to fill in for the jobs, that's not really recreating. That's just filling in what you have already. End of story. There's nothing to recreate about it. I haven't seen much been recreated since the pandemic. Maybe what? I'll be honest with you. Maybe at the most, I'd say maybe 15% of jobs have increased since the pandemic, but not that much actually. And I'm talking about by what I actually see, not by no statistics. What I actually see. That's about 15% I have seen. But you got a lot of people. You have over 100, almost. You have over 150 million people that work in this country. Over 150 minimum. And you turn around, and you got all of them either have to work at home or they're out of a job. Then when they go back, they get paid lower than where they started off at. On the other hand, on the flip side, you got places that are charging out of the roof prices for food, for gasoline, for everything. Now, my thing is that, and I'm going to speak about this gasoline tax thing. My thing is that the corporations, they want to turn around and when they put on a 15% tax, it's actually cheaper. I can understand where people are coming from about they're wanting to probably charge the people who work for you in your facilities and stuff more than what they pay already. My thing is that, well, if you don't want to pay no tax, start paying your people. Maybe you need to up the wages. You ever thought of paying people $40, $45, $50 an hour? Maybe then you'll get a real true tax cut. You ever thought of that? No. Why? Because you're greedy. You're very greedy. You're a nuisance to the country and you're very greedy. And when you get greedy, you get nowhere. So, of course, everything is at a halt. When these corporations hire people, they don't think about the people. They think about you like you another number. They'll terminate you and hire somebody else to take your job. That's doing the same exact thing. Getting treated the same exact way. That's why I say, You know, you look at Amazon. Amazon, man, they don't pay a dig. Jeff Bezos don't pay nothing in tax. Absolutely nothing. How are you to build all of these facilities across the nation and you don't pay a nickel in tax? You know, why I say if I was president, oh my God, forget 15%. They be paying 50% with me. Because I would have told them straight up. I would have been like, you either pay that or you pay your people. And you pay your people damn well. Because it's time now that somebody got to step up and say something, damn it. Because I'm getting tired of nobody saying nothing about these things when it stands out there clear as day. Clear as day. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Ain't nobody doing anything about it. I hope some of these congressional leaders actually see this video here. And maybe it'll teach them something. To not play with the American lives. People need to step up and realize that playing with people's lives is not a game. This ain't a game of Russian roulette. If you want to play a game of Russian roulette, go ahead and play on your own dime, but don't play on ours. You know? You're supposed to uphold the law, and you're supposed to be able to find subsidies for crisis and everything else. But it seems like that y'all are not trying to do that. All you had to do, you already got 3 bills passed. All you had to do was just up the debt ceiling and say, okay, look, for the meantime, especially people that's low income and that are on SSI and other sorts of SSDI, VAB, Social Security, retirement, railroad retirement, whatever you get through Social Security from the Social Security Administration, and that's under the ECOLA Act, they could just simply just be like, okay, look, for all these people that are on this actual benefits program, we could just go ahead and issue checks for them. $3,200 checks. You'd issue that, boy, you make this country happy. That truly would bring back more jobs, because then people would have an actual audacity to go out to get what they need and afford what they need, so that they ain't got to turn around and think about either they got to pay for medicine, or they got to pay for food, or they got to pay for this and that and the third. $794 is not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. It is not going to cut it. I've been trying to tell people for the longest that we're going to have to really up this minimum wage. And at the federal minimum wage right now, it is not doing good. I understand there's an inflation every time when minimum wage goes up. But there are ways that you can work around that. Instead of letting these companies charge right out of their ass on everything, you need to set a rate so that people can be able to go into the stores and actually feel like that they getting something. Now, now Congress, I know what y'all do. In fact, when all these corporations don't pay taxes, you give them money. You give them money. Why are you doing that? What for? Get them to stay here? Paying them greedy ass pigs for something for nothing? What for? What for? So you can just keep a smile on their face? Man, fuck them damn motherfuckers. Why don't they go and get something done? Instead of lining up their pockets and everything. You should be helping us. Because we're the backbone that builds this country, not them. The small businesses done had enough. The little people done really had enough. I guarantee you on that. Because if you were to ask them, and don't you never ask a stupid question when you at a town hall meeting asking, do you think stimulus checks would actually help with the economy? Do not ask that question, because you're going to get a lot of people hot when you ask that question. I can tell you right now. Don't even think about it. You know what that answer would be. You know what that answer would be. Now, people that make very little, I feel so sorry for them, because it's like they gotta work. They gotta work probably 3 shifts before they're able to actually make a decent income amount every 2 weeks, sometimes every month, depending on how your employer pays you. It's sad. It's sad. It is sad. It is truly sad. It breaks my heart to see people go through what they go through every day and they expect for something to happen when they know damn it good well it ain't gonna happen. Look back on what happened in the 30s, in the 1930s. They tried the same thing. It took them over 10 years to have things fixed. You want to watch that scene happen again? You want to watch